Once upon a time, a kid from Brazil had the whole world at its feet. In the early 2010s, a young footballer named Neymar JR. took the whole world by storm and his name was popping up everywhere. In the early 2010s, social media was just starting to heat up, YouTube became a global force, smartphones started to rise, we had access to everything, and we managed to watch Neymar's highlights on YouTube or even Daily Motion. The more we watch his highlights, the more we witness the next big thing coming out of Brazil. People were calling him the next Pelé, even Pelé himself acknowledged that Neymar is a special talent. Neymar was such a talent, I must see it myself. The problem was I am living in the UK, Sky Sports or any sports channel at that time didn't showcase football matches from Brazil or South America in general, so it was hard for me. Nonetheless, laptops and social media were up on the rise, and I managed to stay up in the early hours of the morning. And when I watched Neymar for the first time live on my laptop, I was watching a superstar in the making. And I had no doubts he will be in Europe anytime soon. And not just any European club but the biggest clubs in Europe. With flashy dribbles, amazing speed, technical abilities of the roof and his ability to score goals at every angle. He was not only a wonderkind but a generational talent, that will dominate world football for years to come. His dominance and entertainment not only attracted people in Brazil but across the globe, and by 21 years old he was becoming a household name. Neymar headed to Europe in 2013 when he transferred to FC Barcelona, a Spanish club hailed for featuring some of the best players in the world, like Lionel Messi, Andres Iniesta, and Xavi. Nonetheless, in this video, I will be talking about his time at Santos Football Club from 2009 to 2013 and how he went from boy to man and became one of the best players in his era. Let's go! On the 5th of February 1992, Neymar da Silva Santos Jr. was born in Mogi das Cruzes, São Paulo, Brazil to Neymar Santos Sr. and Nadine da Silva. He inherited his name from his father, a former footballer, playing in the lower levels of the Brazilian pyramid. When his son was born, Neymar Sr. was playing out his final years in Mogi das Cruzes, a sprawling industrial suburb on the outer reaches of São Paulo. Injury problems forced him to give up his lower league football career. Life was hard for the Neymar family, but Neymar Sr. was destined to help his son have a better life and help him succeed in football and not suffer the same mistakes he made. As the years go by and Neymar Sr. realizes the love and passion Neymar Jr. have for football, he decided to put everything on the line for Neymar Jr. and make him the best football player. As Neymar's talents began to grow, Neymar loved futsal and street football. Neymar said that futsal greatly influenced him growing up, helping him develop his technique, speed of thought and ability to perform moves in tight spaces. In 1999, Neymar was good enough to join the youth club called Portuguesa Santista in the city of Santos. Neymar continued to improve, and, in another 4 years, he signed with Team Santos FC and joined their youth academy. Neymar signed with Santos FC and emulated soccer legends such as Robinho, Pepe, and Pelé. While in the youth academy, Neymar traveled to Spain for tryouts with the Real Madrid youth team, at a time when Real Madrid had stars like Ronaldo, Zinedine Zidane, David Beckham, Roberto Carlos, and former Santos star Robinho. He did not stay in Madrid in the end, as his father decided that he preferred the young prodigy to keep growing up while playing at Santos. By the age of 15, Neymar Jr. was making noises and people started to pay attention to the wonder kid, and people in Santos were asking when he will begin playing for the Peixe. Neymar was on the rise and his name started to spread like wildfire. Even European clubs were interested in Neymar, and he hasn't even made his professional debut yet. Their quality of family life improved elsewhere. At 15, Neymar was earning 10,000 reais, which is equivalent to £1,700 per month. At 17, he signed his first full professional contract, was upgraded to the Santos first team, and began signing his first sponsorship deals. By 2009, Neymar was knocking on the door and his professional debut was coming. It was becoming the most anticipated debut in Brazil's football history. His club Santos, they were in a difficult state at that time, as the best players were being sold to top clubs in Europe. 2008 proved to be a troublesome year for Santos. They avoided relegation and had huge financial problems. Santos had to turn their attention to the youths, with the wonder kid waiting for his chance. In 2009, Neymar and his friend Paulo Henrique Gonçalves joined the professional team. They started playing together at a youth level and developed a very strong bond. On March 7, 2009, Neymar made his professional debut despite being 17 years old. Santos needed him more than ever. In front of 21,918 people at the Pacaembu, Neymar entered the pitch for the first time as a professional of Santos, in a match against the Oeste de Itápolis, that forever will be marked in his memory. The 17-year-old entered the second half of the game, wearing the jersey number 18 and hearing the crowd shouting his name. Santos was tying the game against Oesta, on the Palatao duel, by 0-0. The fans began to shout Neymar Jr.'s name to coach Wagner Mancini, who decided the boy should play. With a lot of skill, an exchange of passes, the tranquility of a veteran and even a ball on the pole, the rookie helped his team to win by 2-1. Neymar's professional debut was a success and the crowd erupted. This was his feedback on his professional debut. Football is a mixture of seriousness and fun. I must keep playing the same way because my time will come. Before entering, the people who were in the bank talked to me and calmed me down. When the ball rolled, I tried to show my football and almost scored. It was bad luck. The ball took the crossbar, but next time it will come in. Neymar's teammate, Madsen, who scored the second goal in the match, praised his teammate's debut. He is a skilled and fast player, who gives trouble to his opponent. If it depends on the people, he will have all the support for his career here in Santos. Neymar Jr. also insisted on giving the shirt he wore to his father. Since his first performance, the player never took his feet off the ground and thanked his father for always guiding him on the right path. The following week he scored his first goal for Santos against Mogi Mirim. 1 month later, Neymar scored the decisive goal in a 2-1 win against Palmeiras in the 2009 Campeonato Paulista semi-final first leg. In his first professional season, Neymar racked up 14 goals in 48 games. That is impressive for a 17-year-old, but no one was surprised as Santos always knew Neymar was going to be special. Even Neymar himself knew, he was that dude, and it will only get better going forward. 2009 was a great success. 2010 ended up being the breakthrough year for young Neymar, and this was when the whole world started taking notice of the young 18-year-old. In 2010 he was gaining major attraction from big major clubs. However, there was one club from the Premier League who decided to take the shot and try to sign the young forward. No, it wasn't Liverpool, Manchester United or even Manchester City, it was the East London club West Ham United. Yes, West Ham United, the same West Ham who signed both Argentina talents Carlos Tevez and Javier Mascherano from Corinthians 4 years prior, in a controversial transfer. Santos rejected a £12 million bid for him from West Ham United, and later an offer from another English club, Chelsea, reported to be in the region of £20 million. Despite Santos' unwillingness to sell and Neymar himself insisting that he only owned Santos. Neymar continued his rise in 2010, and, on April 15, 2010, he scored 5 goals for Santos in an 8-1 rout of Guarani in the qualifying stages of the Brazilian Cup. Following the 2010 Campeonato Paulista, in which Neymar scored 14 goals in 19 games, the club were crowned champions after a 5-5 aggregate win over Santo André in the finals. Neymar was subsequently given the award for the best player in the competition. Neymar's performances for Santos have drawn comparisons to other Brazilians, including Robinho and Brazilian legend Pelé. South American football journalist Tim Vickery mentioned Neymar in 2010. Quoted: "The 18-year-old is a magnificent prospect. He is sleek and skillful, able to beat the defender on either side, capable of combining well, and full of tricks he can put to productive use in and around the penalty area." Following Neymar's performances for Santos in their successful early 2010 season, Pelé and Romário reportedly urged coach Dunga to take Neymar to the 2010 World Cup. Although the widespread opinion that Neymar deserved a place in Dunga's squad went as far as a 14,000 signature petition. Yes, a petition was set up for Neymar to be in the Brazil squad, and despite the huge pressure on Dunga to pick Neymar, he was omitted from both the squad of 23 and the standby list. Although Dunga described Neymar as extremely talented, he claimed that he had not been tested sufficiently on the international level to earn a World Cup spot, and he had failed to impress enough while on international duty. The sense of deflation was palpable, but with the benefit of hindsight, one could now argue that this was a blessing in disguise for Neymar. Brazil was wrecked in South Africa and was knocked out in the quarterfinals by the Netherlands. In 2010, his career was on fire, and Neymar was a media sensation. He was photogenic and expressive, his haircuts looked like those of manga characters, his boots had the words joy and daring stitched into them. In short, he was a marketing man's dream. Not only it benefited Neymar but also his club Santos. However, the growth of his celebrity status was not to everyone's liking. Some felt that Neymar's ego, generously watered from all angles, was beginning to affect his game. He had always been an entertainer, but his critics saw in him a desire to humiliate defenders rather than just beat them. Also, Neymar's apparent taste for diving when tackled, rather than attempting to continue his run, and his attitude was rubbing people the wrong way. Despite all the negatives, it was a highly successful season for Neymar, having ended the 2010 season with an impressive 42 goals in 60 games. And helped the club win the Campeonato Paulista and the Copa do Brasil. By the end of the year, he was in the Campeonato Brasileiro Série A Team of the Year. And he came third for the 2010 South American Footballer of the Year, behind Andrés D'Alessandro and Juan Sebastián Veron. In the two-legged final, Santos faced Uruguayan side Peñarol and drew the first leg 0-0 in Montevideo. At home in the second leg, Neymar opened the scoring in the 46th minute as Santos held on for a 2-1 win, and Neymar won Man of the Match honors. The win brought Santos their first Copa Libertadores triumph since 1963 when Brazilian legend Pelé was playing for the club. On November 9, 2011, Neymar and Santos agreed to a contract extension that would see the player stay with the club until after the 2014 World Cup in Brazil. The deal reportedly increased Neymar's wages by 50%, to the levels that top European clubs would be paying him. On December 14, 2011, Neymar scored the opening goal for Santos as they defeated Kashiwa Reysol 3-1 in the semi-finals of the FIFA Club World Cup at the Toyota Stadium in Toyota, Japan, but failed to score against Barcelona in the final on December 18, 2011, where Santos was defeated 4-0, finishing as runners-up in the competition. He won the 2011 FIFA Puskás Award for scoring a solo goal in the Brasileirão Série A against Flamengo, in a 5-4 loss. On December 31, 2011, he won the 2011 South American Footballer of the Year award for the first time, following in the footsteps of Diego Maradona, Romário, Pelé, and Zico. On February 5, 2012, when he turned 20, Neymar scored his 100th goal as a professional football player, against Palmeiras in the Campeonato Paulista. Neymar finished the 2012 Campeonato Paulista with 20 goals and was voted the best player and best forward, and Santos was crowned champions. He was joint top scorer in the Copa Libertadores with 8 goals after Santos was beaten over 2 legs by eventual champions Corinthians in the semi-finals. Neymar finished off the 2012 season in style and was voted the best player of the 2012 Recopa Sudamericana, with himself scoring in the second leg to win the title 2-0 on aggregate. He finished the 2012 Campeonato Brasileiro Série A with 14 goals and was voted the best forward. Neymar finished the 2012 season, being awarded the Golden Ball, Arthur Friedenreich Award, and Armando Nogueira Trophy. He was one of 3 finalists in the 2012 FIFA Puskás Award and finished runners-up behind Miroslav Stoch. He won the 2012 South American Footballer of the Year, retaining his award and winning it ahead of the likes of Ronaldinho. In 2011 and 2012, Neymar scored a whopping 67 goals in 94 appearances in all competitions. Neymar was now world-class and fulfilling his potential. Before the age of 21, he achieved many things in Brazil. Now the big European clubs must pull out the checkbook in 2013 or wait until after the 2014 World Cup, where his value may triple after the tournament. In 2013, Neymar just turned 21 years old and has accomplished a lot of things in South America. Now feels it's time for the next level, which is playing in Europe. On March 18, 2013, Neymar said that he had a dream of playing in Europe, for a big club like Barcelona, Real Madrid, and Chelsea. But he went on to say, "There's no point in speculating when I'll leave Santos. I'll leave when I want to." 2013 was going strong for Neymar as usual, but things started to build between a deal being reached between Santos and the almighty Barcelona. On April 25, 2013, his agent and father Neymar Sr. revealed that Neymar intended to leave for Europe before the 2014 FIFA World Cup. Ahead of his last match for Santos, on 26 May against Flamengo, Neymar was in tears during the national anthem and coming into terms that this will be his last match for Plexi. The match ended as a draw and Neymar played the full 90 minutes, and that was the end of his time at Santos. On May 24, 2013, Santos announced that they had received 2 offers for Neymar. The following day, Neymar announced he would sign with Barcelona on May 27, 2013 and join the team after playing in the 2013 FIFA Confederations Cup. On June 3, 2013, Neymar was unveiled by Barcelona after passing medical tests and signing a contract that would keep him at the club through June 2018. Neymar was presented at Camp Nou in front of 56,500 fans, a record turnout for a Brazilian player. Club Vice President Josep Maria Bartomeu initially said Neymar's transfer fee was €57.1 million and his release clause set at €190 million. Neymar's time at Santos was a memorable one of the ages and the time he went from boy to man in a matter of years. Neymar achieved a lot not only in Brazil but across South America. He became a huge celebrity presence and worldwide figure, and every kid and even young adult wanted to be like Neymar. In his 5-year stint at Santos, Neymar made 225 appearances and scored 136 goals in total. He also helped Santos win many trophies and brought domestic and continental championships into the club during his tenure. Neymar was and is still highly regarded as a huge figure and a superstar. Love him or hate him, he is a fantastic football player to watch. A player that will get you off your seat, bring a smile to your face and make you want to watch more of him playing. And that's the story of Neymar's time at Santos. I really hope everyone enjoys this video. And if you do, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. I appreciate everyone for watching this video and keep looking out for more football stories from this channel. And I see you next time and take care.